touchdowns and averaged 7.2 yards per carry.
I'm very happy. That's not a shabby day.
Dickerson, 21-yard touchdown. Touchdown.
Eric Dickerson, record breaker or overhyped star. Some call him one of the greatest running backs ever, while others criticize his contract disputes and lack of a Super Bowl ring. Today we're going to settle the debate and answer the question: how good was Eric Dickerson actually? Before he was breaking NFL records, Dickerson was a hot commodity in the college football world. Everyone wanted a piece of this high school phenom. He first said he'd play for Texas A&M, but then changed his mind and went to SMU instead. But here's where things get interesting. There was this whole deal about a Pontiac Trans Am during his recruitment. People were asking questions, wondering if some rules got bent to get Dickerson to SMU. It was the first time Dickerson found himself in the middle of a controversy, but it definitely wouldn't be the last. This early drama was just a taste of what was to come in Dickerson's career. It set the stage for a journey filled with amazing plays on the field and plenty of eyebrow-raising moments off it. Little did anyone know Dickerson's college drama was just a warm-up act. In 1983, he burst onto the NFL scene with a rookie season so incredible it made O.J. Simpson's records look ordinary. How did a first-year player manage to rewrite the history books so quickly? Eric Dickerson's transition from college to the NFL wasn't just smooth. It was like he'd been shot out of a cannon. In his rookie season with the Los Angeles Rams, Dickerson didn't just perform well, he rewrote the record books. He rushed for an astounding 1,808 yards and scored 18 touchdowns. To put that in perspective, those numbers weren't just good for a rookie. They were exceptional for any player, regardless of experience. But Dickerson wasn't content with just breaking records. He wanted to shatter them. And that's exactly what he did in his second season. In 1984, Dickerson took his game to a whole new level. He broke O.J. Simpson's single-season rushing record, racking up an incredible 2,105 yards. This wasn't just a small improvement, it was a seismic shift in what people thought was possible on a football field. Let's break down that 1984 season a bit more. Dickerson didn't just have a few good games. He was consistently dominant. He gained over 100 yards in 12 games that season. That's another record he took from O.J. Simpson. It's one thing to have a few standout performances, but Dickerson was bringing his A game week after week. All this success didn't go unnoticed. Dickerson was racking up accolades like he was racking up yards. All-Pro, Pro Bowl, Player of the Year, Rookie of the Year, you name it, Dickerson won it. He wasn't just the best rookie, he was arguably the best player in the entire league. His performances were so impressive that people started making comparisons to some of the all-time greats. Names like Walter Payton and O.J. Simpson were being mentioned in the same breath as Dickerson. And remember, this was a guy who'd only been in the league for 2 years. Eric Dickerson's incredible start in the NFL was just the beginning of his roller coaster career. While his record stood the test of time, his relationship with the game wasn't always smooth sailing. How does a player go from being the NFL's golden boy to a controversial figure? Dickerson's story was about to get complicated. After his record-breaking rookie and sophomore seasons, Dickerson continued to dominate the field. He rushed for over 1,000 yards in each of his first 4 seasons with the Rams, proving his consistency and skill. But as Dickerson's on-field success grew, so did tensions off the field. Despite being one of the league's top performers, Dickerson felt underpaid compared to other star running backs. This led to a contract dispute with the Rams organization that would change the course of his career. In 1986, Dickerson decided to hold out for a better contract. This holdout lasted 47 days, causing a significant backlash from media and fans who labeled him as greedy. When Dickerson finally returned to the field, he showed why he was worth every penny. He led the Rams to their only division title of the decade and set a playoff record with 248 rushing yards against the Dallas Cowboys. But the damage to his reputation had already been done. In 1987, the Rams traded Dickerson to the Indianapolis Colts. Some saw this as a fresh start for the star running back, while others viewed it as the Rams cutting ties with a problematic player. Either way, Dickerson didn't let the change of scenery affect his performance. In 1988, he led the league in rushing yards with 1,659 yards, proving he could excel no matter where he played. Dickerson's on-field achievements continued to pile up. he became the fastest player in NFL history to reach 10,000 rushing yards, hitting this milestone in just 91 games. This record showcased not just his speed and skill, but his durability and consistency as well. However, Dickerson's perceived individualism and off-field controversies began to affect his relationship with fans and his overall legacy. Some fans and commentators started to view him as a player who cared more about personal success and money than team achievements. This perception, fair or not, would follow Dickerson throughout his career and into retirement. Despite the criticisms, Dickerson's on-field performance remained elite. He consistently overcame adversity, whether it was contract disputes, trades, or negative public perception. Dickerson continued to deliver outstanding performances on the field. This resilience is a testament to his mental toughness and love for the game. As the yards piled up, so did the questions about Dickerson's place in NFL history. He finished his career with over 13,000 rushing yards, but something was missing from his resume. Could a player be considered truly great without a championship ring? Eric Dickerson's career was a testament to his incredible talent and perseverance. By the time he hung up his cleats, he had amassed an impressive 13,259 rushing yards. This put him second on the all-time list when he retired, a clear indicator of his dominance on the field. But Dickerson's journey wasn't all smooth sailing, especially in the latter part of his career. After his explosive start with the Rams, Dickerson faced new challenges with the Indianapolis Colts and later the Los Angeles Raiders. Injuries began to take their toll, and team struggles made it harder for him to shine as brightly as he once did. The Colts, in particular, were described by Dickerson as a mess, highlighting the difficulties he faced in maintaining his stellar performance in less than ideal circumstances. One of the most significant factors affecting Dickerson's legacy was his inability to secure a Super Bowl victory. In a league where championships often define a player's greatness, Dickerson's lack of a ring stood out. This absence became particularly glaring when comparing him to other NFL greats who had led their teams to the ultimate victory. But Dickerson's story didn't end with his retirement. In the years that followed, he began to reconcile with his former teams. This process of making peace with his past reached a significant milestone when he was inducted into the Colts Ring of Honor. This recognition wasn't just a nod to his on-field achievements, it was a sign that perceptions of Dickerson were shifting. Dickerson's journey from a controversial star to a respected legend is a perfect example of how complex it can be to evaluate a player's greatness. His career forces us to look beyond mere statistics and consider the full context of a player's impact on the game. Yet Dickerson's career also reminds us of the intense pressure placed on top athletes. Dickerson's legacy is a complex one. On one hand, his rushing records and individual accolades speak to his undeniable talent and impact on the game. On the other, his lack of team success and off-field controversies have led some to question his place among the all-time greats. Eric Dickerson's impact on the NFL is undeniable. He was a 6-time Pro Bowler and multiple All-Pro selection, setting records that still stand today. Dickerson became the first player to rush for over 1,000 yards in 7 straight seasons, showing incredible consistency throughout his career. After retirement, Dickerson found peace with his football journey. He's now involved in camps for military children, giving back to the community. His relationship with the sport has evolved. So, how good was Eric Dickerson actually? He was one of the greatest running backs in NFL history, despite the controversies. His story teaches us to look beyond stats and consider the full context of a player's career when evaluating their legacy. To stay updated with our latest content, make sure to hit that subscribe button. Thanks for watching, and see you in the next episode.